In the wild world of fighting, we've seen everything from retired legends risking it against fresh young boxers to the world's strongest men taking on average twins. How about one man versus two women? Or a heavyweight giant battling a featherweight half his size? Oh, and don't forget intergender showdowns, 3-on-1 chaos, and celebrity cash grabs. Buckle up for the most bizarre, insane matchups you'll ever see. And trust me, they're as wild as they sound. Let's start with Mechi Perversu stepping into the chaos against not one, but two opponents, Roxana Tutu and Betty Sword, both of whom tried to corner the big man from every angle. But Perversu was having none of it as he spun the girls around like a Beyblade with nasty punches. The courageous duo kept charging, but Perversu easily shrugged them off, like a giant fending off leprechauns in a clumsy Disney spin-off.
When chaos breaks loose and fists fly, the camera doesn't lie. Some fights are so intense, so unpredictable, that they feel like scenes ripped straight from an action movie. But these were very real and very raw. From street brawls to professional combat sports, we're diving into the wildest and most epic battles ever captured on camera, where emotions boiled over, pride was on the line, and anything could happen. Let's kick things off with a street fight that went viral for all the right reasons, in the middle of a crowded urban street. Two men squared off after a heated argument that had clearly been building for days. The bigger man laughed off his opponent, waving him forward like he was nothing. But just as the fight began, the underdog unleashed a lightning-fast combo, jab, cross, left hook, and the bigger guy dropped like a sack of bricks. The entire crowd went from cheering to gasping in stunned silence. It wasn't just a knockout that shocked people. It was the precision, the speed, and the unexpected reversal of roles. But what happened next made this video legendary. Instead of walking off, the smaller man helped his opponent back up and told him, "That's why you don't underestimate people." A fight that could have ended in pure aggression turned into a lesson in humility, and is one of the most shared clips on social media for that reason alone. Next up, we traveled to a Muay Thai match in Thailand, where things took a turn nobody expected. The two fighters were evenly matched for the first two rounds, exchanging brutal leg kicks and elbows. But in round 3, something snapped. One fighter suddenly dropped his guard, screaming
off, unleashed a vicious bear hug and slam that sent Efimov straight into dreamland. When Efimov finally woke up, he was still dazed as if he had just risen from the deepest part of a nightmare. Next is the show between Darina Masidu and the 540-pound YouTuber Grigory Chistyakov, who was already gasping for air just from walking to the ring. Some say it wasn't the first time he'd been that close to a woman, and he made the most of it by clinging on to her like a lost child.
Дарина пытается не подпустить этого амбала к себе. Делает все абсолютно правильно, но зажимает Гриша ее у сетки. Ой-ой-ой.
But Darina's fist soon drained Grigory's already pathetic casting, and before long, he was flattened with ground and pound.
Останавливать, потому что огромные плечи. Стучит сам Гриша. Остановка.
After the crowd dispersed, some kind volunteers gently rolled the big dude back into the sea. The mighty sea lion roared back onto the MMA scene 2 years later, but this time he was brought back up against MMA fighter Daniel Elbaev in a 2-on-1 showdown. As soon as the fight started, Elbaev zeroed in on the bright yellow-haired guy.
Так, Daniel из Нальчика.
Grigory tried to play the hero, but all he got for his trouble were a few punches to the face that sent him spinning. The whole farce was over.
In rage and started throwing wild, looping punches. It wasn't strategy, it was pure emotion. The crowd roared as the other fighter kept his cool, dodging haymakers like a seasoned veteran. Then, with sniper-like timing, he landed a spinning elbow that dropped the aggressor flat. The ref rushed in. The crowd exploded. But the real shock? The man who got knocked out stood up, bowed to his opponent, and left the ring without saying a word. It was one of those rare fights where both warriors walked away with respect, despite the chaos. Let's switch gears now to a high school fight that shook an entire school district. It started like any other hallway scuffle, shoving, yelling, bystanders with phones out. But this one had a twist. One of the fighters had clearly been trained. While his opponent flailed and threw wide punches, the trained kid stayed composed, blocking, slipping, and countering with clean body shots. In under 20 seconds, the fight was over. The trained fighter walked away calmly, telling everyone, "Violence isn't strength, control is." That clip went viral not just for the fight, but for the message. It proved that knowing how to fight doesn't mean you have to hurt people. It means knowing when not to. Now, let's enter the world of underground boxing. In an abandoned warehouse turned fight club, two local legends stepped into a makeshift ring surrounded by screaming fans and flashing phones. There were no gloves, just raps, grit, and pride. The fight began with absolute chaos. No defense, no jabs, just swinging for the fences. Blood flew early, and one fighter was rocked in the opening minute. But somehow he survived. What followed was a gritty war. Back and forth they went, each man refusing to fall. By round 4, both faces were swollen and cut. But then it happened. A thunderous uppercut landed clean, and the fight was over. The winner didn't celebrate. He just dropped to his knees and raised his hands in silent exhaustion. It wasn't about glory, it was about survival. That clip, grainy and raw, became one of the most...
Next on our list is the 2018 exhibition boxing match between Tenshin Nasukawa and Floyd Mayweather, which was so one-sided that it left everyone smelling something fishy. Mayweather toyed with the otherwise feisty Nasukawa, laughing, dancing, and cracking him early on. The Japanese fighter stumbled like a leaf caught in a gust of wind after the second knockdown. And the third one sealed the deal for Mayweather in pure style. Mixed fights are the new craze, and so are old legends stepping back into the spotlight to face younger fighters. But most end up embarrassing themselves, just like Evander Holyfield did against the freshly retired Vitor Belfort in 2021. From the opening bell, Belfort unloaded a storm of punches, sending Holyfield stumbling out of the ring like a grandpa who missed a step on the porch. When the legend climbed back in, he looked more lost than a tourist without a map. Holyfield stood up for round 3 of this circus act, but Belfort was already in full predator mode.
Yeah, you could see that right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, you could see it. He was not the same fighter.
The referee had no choice but to step in and stop what had become less of a fight and more of a demolition job. Holyfield's rival tried to test his aging skills against Jake Paul, and that ended terribly. Tyson came out swinging in classic Iron Mike fashion, but the gas tank was running on fumes by the end of the first round.
Testing the beard of Paul for trading punches now.
From there, Paul took over, dictating the exchanges with ease.
Oh, left hook! Triple left hook! Boy, warning Paul not to measure. And then he hit him with a right alone. Tyson coming.
After 8 lackluster rounds, the YouTube star walked away with a comfortable decision victory. So, these were the most bizarre fights that should never have happened. Which fight was the worst? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.